Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in to me, Juxta, and today we're going to talk a little Battlefield Hardline. As you all probably know, Battlefield Hardline has had a beta out recently that takes place in, I believe, downtown Los Angeles, and they've got two game modes. They've got Blood Money and Heist, which I'm going to be straight up with you guys right off the bat. I do not like Heist that much because it's a very team-based game, and a lot of people playing the beta don't do team-based stuff. They kind of just do what they want, which I do a little bit in this video. I like to flank and stuff like that, so I try to play the objective, but I try to help my team with the objective and stuff too by going around and clearing out guys around them. But I want to talk about the good and the bad of this game so far, and whether or not I think I'll be picking it up or not, and whether anyone watching this video should too. Now, these are completely my opinions. Do not just go with exactly what I say. Experience the game for yourself. Maybe it'll be different when the game comes out. I don't know. Me personally, I think when this game comes out, I'm going to give it like a couple of days, maybe a week or two, just to see how it plays. Because if it's going to be very buggy and glitchy like Battlefield 4 was, then I'm not picking it up at release. So, the good and the bad. Well, I think we'll start off with the good because, you want to start out on a good vibe, think positively of the game. So what I like the feels of the game, and what I mean by the feels is just feels good. Battlefield 4 to me feels awkward. Like Battlefield 3, that was a great game to me. I played it on Xbox 360. I didn't get the full 60 frames, but I did download it for free, and I played a little on PC now. And it feels better than Battlefield 4. Battlefield 4 just feels gross, I guess. It's just clunky to me. I don't like the recoil of guns. I think the recoil is ridiculous in Battlefield 4, in my opinion. That's just me. And I know like I should control it better, but I mean some of the guns is just absolutely ridiculous trying to control the recoil on them. Especially when shooting a guy at a decent distance. Like you just can't do it. But in this game, it feels good. The recoil is not ridiculous, which is another thing I'd like to bring up is just the recoil feels good. Like you still have to tap fire to achieve very good accuracy, but it's not like you have to rely on it. I feel like in Battlefield 4, you have to tap fire an assault rifle at long distance or your gun's just going to go everywhere. It's just going to go in a ridiculous line of fire that is nowhere near your enemy, and then by that point you're probably shot or you got sniped or something like that because you're exposed on the map. But I really like the recoil in this game. I think it's a good balance. Now, do I think it should be changed? Maybe for the PDWs at longer range, because I know the Uzi I can tap fire people and I can get 4-shot kills at a decent range, which, is that really fair? Not so much, but I mean, I don't know. As you see, I'm using the Uzi in this gameplay because it's probably my favorite gun in the whole beta. I think it goes to work. You just slap a red dot on it and you're good to go. But I do like also that DICE and Visceral are bringing new game modes to it, which I know they did in the Battlefield 4 DLC too. But I like the new game modes with the cops and robbers. I think it's pretty cool how they're trying to spice things up, which I appreciate that, especially in like a lot of games like with the Call of Duty series. I liked Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2 because they took a different perspective on the games. Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, they were the exact same game. Modern Warfare 3 was copy and paste. Modern Warfare 2 is probably one of my favorites besides COD 4, but it was just a copy and paste for Modern Warfare 3, and I didn't like that. I like how in Battlefield, at least they're trying to mix it up, although it does feel extremely close to Battlefield 4. That's the only thing, minus the recoil, and it has a little different feels. And especially because it's a little glitchy because it's a beta now, which I'm really curious to see how it turns out when the game actually comes out. But another thing I do like is the level designs, which this one, the level designs, you're going to think I'm a little contradictory on this, but I like the level designs because they're different. They are not open field, like stereotypical Battlefield. But the level designs in this I think are pretty cool because it's, cityscape, and you got the high buildings and all that cool stuff. It just adds a different perspective to the game that I don't think Battlefield's ever really had. But now we'll get to the bad. So there's only a few bad things I have listed, but I'm still skeptical on these few things. It does feel like a DLC. I feel like they could have just made this a DLC to the current Battlefield and it would have been a big hit. I know personally, if they made this a DLC to Battlefield 4, obviously to have the Battlefield 4 mechanics in it, but just the idea and stuff, I probably would buy premium because I currently don't have premium. I don't have the money. I'm saving up for the Steam sale coming up, but I would probably buy premium if that was the case. If this was like a DLC. But another thing is too, overpowered vehicles. The armored tank trucks are ridiculous. I absolutely hate them. They're just it's so dumb. Like I just get ridiculous kills, especially when I'm in them too, which I've driven around. I know the first time I used them, I destroyed, and the second game I was in it, I stuck in it the whole game, and I got a 19-0 gameplay. But then the last thing, just map limitations, and I'm probably going to run over the video here, so I'll probably link something else on here. But the map limitations. The one thing I do miss from previous Battlefields, which this is going to contradict my level design idea, my level design thought, but in the new Battlefields, like Battlefield 4, Battlefield Hardline, I feel like you can't get those cool long-range headshots, with the sniper rifles like we used to be able to get back in Battlefield 3. I remember Battlefield 3, like 7, 8, 9, 1,000-meter headshots, and it was just crazy. It was so cool to do in the game. But now, with such a smaller area and it's more focused on close-range combat, your headshots aren't going to be as ridiculous. But that's just my personal opinion. I know you can get up on the rooftops and snipe people from a distance, but it's just not very practical. But that's my only bad ideas that I think are implemented in the game currently. I think it has potential. It has a lot of potential. That is absolutely for sure. But like I said, I'm still a little skeptical, and I want to see how the game plays when it comes out. So me personally, I would say try before you buy if you can, or watch before you buy. I'd be checking YouTube the week this game's out just to make sure you want to pay for it, because I know it's going to be probably $60 in the United States. I think it was Frankie who claimed that it's going to be very expensive in the UK, but I'm not 100% sure on that. And I'm sure they'll adjust the prices because people aren't going to pay what would be equivalent to $80 in the US for a game like this. I know that's asinine to ask that much money for this game. But those are my opinions. You may have different opinions. I'd like to hear them, so let me know. But this is Juxta signing out, guys. See you later.